Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. Hey girl, hey, if you're returning, if you're new, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And today I'm back with another mukbang. Bang, 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 daddy, please. Mukbang. Y'all know, I don't know how to say it. But anyway, today I have some lobster ravioli and some salmon. The presentation isn't the best, but it tasted delicious, okay? I'm no chef. I know how to make stuff taste good. I don't know how to make it look good though, but anyway, I tasted it. It's the bomb. The lobster ravioli is pre-packaged from Costco, but I just added some Alfredo sauce, some Parmesan cheese, and some seasonings. And then the salmon is a smoked salmon, a honey smoked salmon, but I added extra honey. And then I put some seasoning on it, cut some onions up and celery on it. Delicious. It's kind of dark because I don't like my salmon like super raw looking, but oh yes, honey, this is good. But anyway, hey y'all, so today I have a story time. Oh, then I also have Simply Lemonade here, the watermelon flavor, and then of course I have my wine. Same wine, Sangiovese, Sangiovese. I really like this wine. And plus, I haven't finished the bottle, so I'm not going to be going to get more. I have a cupboard full of wine, so, you know. But anyway, yeah, I have a story time today. I really appreciate y'all for watching these, because I like watching the shows, and to tell it is even more interesting to me. That flavor is so good. Y'all don't even know. Thirsty. Ooh, dropping stuff. But anyway, put this here. Let me just eat a little bit of this first. What y'all up to? What y'all eating? Before I tell you the story time, y'all got something to eat? Y'all got something to sit down and snack on? Honey, grab a meal, sit down, and come get this deal. I'm just trying to say something that rhyme. Oh, and then I also just cut up a little tomato in the middle. I love tomatoes. I can eat them like apples. So yeah. That's why you see the little tomatoes in the middle. Because I'm like, oh, I want a tomato today. Pretty much anytime I eat salmon, I have tomato. So, yeah. Story time today. I got my little cheat sheet here. This story time is about this guy. It's from For My Man. I need a knife. It's from For My Man. The episode is called Thou Shall Not. This episode is about a church boy. So Thou Shall Not. It starts off with this guy named Dion. It starts off with him in his teenage years. Dion is about 16, in high school. You know, normal teenager, just a curious boy. But he has a hobby that he likes to do, which is bird watching. He has these binoculars. Dion has these binoculars, and his family see no problem with it because his family is really strongly faith-based. They're really into church. He was raised on church. So the thing about it is, birds is not the only thing that he enjoyed watching. His family didn't know this at this time, but he eventually developed another habit, a not so godly habit. This is so good. If y'all don't put honey in your salmon, you better start. Okay, so he's in high school or whatever. He's 16 years old. He starts developing anger issues. He gets into it with this boy in a schoolyard. He pulls a gun out. No, I'm sorry. He has an altercation with this boy over a girl. He pulls out a pocket knife. Telling the little nigga like, hey, I stabbed you, basically. So after that happened, he just started having more episodes of anger issues. But you know, I guess they put him in counseling or something. His family, like they were in the church, family prayed over him or whatever. So he ends up meeting this girl named Chloe. Chloe has positive spirit. She's just a good overall person. So Chloe changes Dion. That's what people think. Like, oh, she has a good impact on me. Impact on him. He hasn't had any more problems since he's been with her. Any more anger issues. So of course the family agreed with it. Fast forward to his junior year in high school. His grades started dropping. He just was no longer interested in being in high school. So he drops out. Dang, y'all. This is so good. So he drops out and gets a job working construction. Okay, now maybe this is a little too tough. I cut the oven back on while I was in the back, and I probably shouldn't have did that because the skin is a little rough. The meat is fine, you know, it's just the skin. But anyway, he gets a job in construction. He's still with Chloe at this time. She was even older than him, so she graduated high school, and 2 years later, he proposed to her. He popped a big question. They was 19 at the time. So I ended up getting married. They had this huge church wedding. Perfect life, perfect story, you know. Young and in love, high school sweethearts. 9 months after the big wedding, they're blessed with their first child. You know, super duper fairy tale. She clearly got pregnant during the honeymoon stage. Because 9 months directly after their wedding, she popped out a baby. So after she had the baby, everybody thought they were happy. He seemed happy. He would be walking the baby around the neighborhood, smiling, you know. First kid. He's happy to be a dad. Happy to be a husband. But he's still bird watching at night. His cousin realizes that it's not only birds that he's watching and tries to stop him. You know, tell him that's not godly, that's not right, but it didn't work. He's a grown man, he's gonna do what he wanna do. So while doing the bird watching that night, one night he was out with his friends. He sees this woman he likes. So he immediately leaves his friends. Leave his friends to go stalk this woman. So he follows this woman to her house, watches her from outside. It's the creep, right? Watches her from outside, sees her getting undressed. I guess this turned him on or whatever. So he creeps into her house through a window. So he creeps to her house through a window. And she hears a weird noise. She's home alone. She walks out to her living room area and sees him just standing there. She screams and calls the cops. He's arrested and released. He ended up being charged with unauthorized entry and got 2 years probation. Of course, his wife was distraught or whatever by his charges, but She's one of those women that stick by her man no matter what they do. She's true to her vows. So she stays with him despite that. So she stays true to her vows. They end up still being together. Shortly after, he ended up losing his job. He loses his job due to cutbacks. No, he loses his job, I guess, due to that charge. He then finds another job at the car dealership. But once he gets this job, he's out, I guess, every night at bars and wherever else. And then he's not spending his money at home. Like, I guess his wife... Jesus, this is tough now. What the hell? Yeah, I cooked this too long because it shouldn't be this tough, but it's still good. Because I like burnt meat, so... he's out spending his money at the bars, you know, trying to pick up women and stuff. So while he's out at these bars, he's having marital issues, obviously, because he's out drinking and spending his money just recklessly. So in these bars, he's looking for women. He has a specific type of woman he likes. He goes to these bars looking for women. High cheekbones, dark hair. This is what they said on the show. High cheekbones, dark hair. But in reality, he's stalking white women. His wife is black. Now throughout this episode, y'all, it's so funny because they're calling him devilish church boy. They're giving scriptures throughout the whole show, saying he's taken over by the devil and all the, you know, all the churchy stuff. So anyway, none of the women that he likes like him. He's a black man, so maybe the white women just weren't interested in him. So he eventually starts taking advantage of the women that are interested in him, which is not what he was seeking for. He starts sleeping with these women or whatever. Once he starts sleeping with the women, that doesn't satisfy him enough, because that's not what he's looking for. He's out hunting women. So he's still married. His wife is at home with the kid, with the baby. He's just out being a hoe, stalking women, stalking white women. So one day, a neighbor sees, I guess, a young boy sitting outside. The young boy sitting outside of his house. She goes over to the house. So, you know, hey, little Johnny, why are you sitting out here all alone? And he says, all alone. And he says, my mom is missing. So she immediately calls the police. The police come. I'm so mad. This skin is so tough because this is so good. The police come and find a pink plastic bag covered in blood in the missing woman, little boy's carport. Clearly, there was a struggle of some sort. Somebody took that woman. So it turned into a cold case. They couldn't find any witnesses, any evidence, anything that went wrong, just besides the woman went missing, and clearly there was some type of struggle because there was blood. So because he wasn't caught, he kept doing it. Several women disappeared. Several women disappeared. In that time, Dion has withdrawn from his wife. Like, that's not what he wanted anymore. He's seeking these women that he stalked after. They just are falling apart. She's not leaving him, though. She's waiting for him to get back to his life. She don't know what he out here doing. So they had these numerous arguments, even reports of domestic violence. Well, honey, Chloe said, till death do us part, no matter what, because she ain't, let me turn this over. she ain't thinking about leaving her man. She has a family, and that's just who she wants to be with. So, you know, they just are not getting along. Okay. And in the meantime, he's still fascinated with these women. He finds a new woman. I'm just gonna call her Gabby, that he's obsessed with. Starts stalking her. To and from school, nearby college. Goes to her house. Knocks on the door. She opened the door. I don't know why she opened the door. You know, this was years ago, I guess. So you could actually trust people back then. But I don't open my door for nobody unless I know who you are. And if you ain't called, I still want to know what the hell you doing popping up over here from yelling through the door, because people are crazy. So he forces himself in her house, beats her, beats her, and rapes her. Rapes the poor girl. Her body is found the next day by a friend. This is his first kill. So he ends up laying low. You better lay low. Going back to his wife. They get counseling. They even have a new baby. They even have a new baby. But clearly, Dion has a problem. These urges start taking over him again. Here he goes, back out onto the streets, finds a new woman. Back to the streets, talking women. This new woman name is Tammy. She's another girl from a school nearby, I guess. So what he does is goes to these schools, watch them with the binoculars, follow them to and from school home to find out where they live at. So he goes to Tammy's house after following her for a while. Knocks on her door. Tammy opens it. But he played this time a little different. He told Tammy that his car broke down. Could he come in and use the phone? Tammy lets him in, but before he can even get, past the point of him letting her in, he just knocks her down. Just crazy. Just knocks her down, starts beating her to a pulp, and then he kills her. He rapes her, and then he kills her. He stabbed her several times with a knife and ended up cutting her jugular vein, immediately killing her. She's found later on that day by her husband. No evidence. So he just out here free willy killing people because nobody has any traces of who it is. So when the husband come home, find her on the floor, of course he calls the police. Police notice similarities in the cases: stabbing, rape, beat, and notice that all the women have the same features: high cheekbones, white women. Clearly, whoever this killer is has a type. So now they have a serial killer, and this is a small town, so the town is petrified. The town is petrified, but they don't have any leads. So he don't get caught. So Dion out here thinking he invincible. My elbow look ashy. Dion think he invincible, so he finds this another lady, fourth woman. Knocks on her door, asking her questions about, making it seem like he's from a business or something. Basically, does your husband know this? Something. The woman says, no, my husband isn't here right now. Bad idea. Boom. Kicks the door in. Kicks her down. Start beating the hell out of her. Thing about this lady is, though, she had an angel watching over her. Her son came home in the midst of about to be raped. Her son walks in, seeing his mom being beat. Dion pops up and runs out the back door. The son tries to chase him, but he was probably tending to his mom at first, you know. So he tried to chase him. He got kind of a glance at him, but he got the type of car that he was in. No license plates or anything, just the car make, I guess, or color or something. So he was at least able to get the police that. So now the police have some idea of who they're looking for, or what color car or anything. So they finally got a clue. So the police are like, okay, great, we're in the lead. Days go by, then months. There's 7 women total at this point that have been raped and murdered the same way. So, they end up getting a DNA from one of the cells at one of the death sites. The DNA came back as showing it was from an African American man. So they ran it in their system, trying to match any African American in that town, any black man in that town that has had any trouble with the law. It comes back with a match from Dion. They go looking for Dion, but he's not home. He done went to Atlanta. They go track him down. 19 days later, they bring him back to Mississippi. I think that's where they was at. I don't know. They bring him back to somewhere in the South. He was arrested because his DNA matches. So the police want confessions. Dion admitted to rape and the beatings, everything but the murders of these women. He told them, y'all got my DNA, so do what you need to do. This is a church boy, supposedly. Y'all got my DNA, do what you're supposed to do. Do what you need to do. However, he didn't admit to it. But anyway, he ended up being charged with. So he ends up being charged with. Oh, my stomach hurts. He ends up being charged with the murder of the first one, Tammy. This is 2 years later after he was arrested, so I guess he was just sitting there waiting on trial. He ended up being charged with second-degree murder. A year after that, he got charged with another murder from one of the other ladies, and so on. 6 other women. After that, he was charged with murder. He ended up getting life in jail and eventually got the death penalty. But I'm going to tell you this. The kicker part is, I don't know how these people end up so lucky, but while he doing his life in the jail, life sentence in jail, he had not yet got his death penalty. They wait years to do the death penalty for whatever reason, but which is good in some cases because some people are innocent. But in this case, he admitted to raping them and stuff. Like, just kill him. But anyway, he ended up dying, y'all, 8 years later from heart disease. So he didn't even get to suffer as long as he should have. Just out here killing women, and he ended up dying from heart disease. Ain't that crazy? To me, that's crazy. That reminds me of that guy Ariel Castro from the, I don't always bring this up, but that story really, really bothered me. The Cleveland abduction case. The guy, he didn't even do, I think, 6 months in jail. He ended up well, they said he hung himself, but somebody might have killed him in there. He held the 3 girls hostage in Cleveland. The Cleveland abduction story. I think they made it a Lifetime movie. The movie was good, but yeah, he ended up hanging himself in jail maybe like 6 months later. So them girls technically didn't get any justice. That's what they said. They didn't feel like it. They were upset, which it pissed me off too. Like, you kept them girls in jail, literally in that house for 8 years, and you couldn't even do your time. So yeah, that's what that reminded me of. He ended up dying. He did a little time, but he killed 7, 8 women, if not more. That's just all they knew about, you know. So I really don't know why this was called For My Man. I don't know why this was an episode on For My Man. I'm assuming because she decided to stay after all he did. She was just a true ride or die. But they never said what else happened to her. I'm assuming she just moved on with her life after, you know, she gathered her thoughts and got herself together. But yeah, so that's it for that story time, y'all. I'll link the episode down below. It's called Thou Shalt Not. But honey, it's so funny because throughout the episode they literally be like, devilish church boy. And if you watch that show, you know the narrator's voice just makes it not even, it's just hilarious. So yeah, devilish church boy. That's what this episode was about. I'm full, and plus the top of this salmon is a little crisp. I should have never turned that oven back on. I didn't want to warm it up, so I turned the oven on instead of warming the food up, and I shouldn't have did that because it tasted perfect before that. But it's still good. It's a little hard, a little rough, but I like burnt meat anyway, so yeah. But anyway, about to give me some more ravioli, have me a little wine, and chill out. What y'all doing? Comment down below and let me know if you enjoyed this story, because I got another one. Next story, Dope Boy edition. So that one is really juicy. But anyway, yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys for coming back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help me out. I'll see you next time. Bye.